Okay, Kurt's supposed to be watching. Okay, I think we are live. Hoping so. I don't want to show on my screen because I'm having to show this instead. Okay, looks like I just got the notification on my phone that we are live, which is awesome. I'm starting just a minute early because I'm having to tie two pieces of software together, and I wanted to make sure that we could launch this without a hitch, and I think we did just fantastic. So greetings and welcome everybody. This is a special edition of the Voice of E-commerce, and we do this call every Wednesday, and we have something very special and spectacular for you. I really mean that with utmost sincerity, because we know so many people are challenged with, I'm going to be frank, it's the mindset is the differentiating factor when you see people who are successful and people who are not. And I mean that super respectfully, but as I've worked with so many people over the years, that's what I've seen when it comes down to. So again, this is Ann Singh. I'm the founder of the E-commerce Business School. This is a special edition of the Voice of E-commerce where we're going to go through Q4 mindset and strategies. So we have two very special guests with us today. They are Martha Fitzenmeyer. Hello, Martha.
Hi.
Hello, hello. And Candida Lillard.
Lillard.
I'm gonna get it right, yeah. Candida Lillard. All right, so you two have been hand selected. It is true. I know that you both have a spectacular mindset. I see it in your results first and foremost. Secondly, I see it in the way in which you conduct yourselves. We do have a very high level mentorship community here where we provide different group pages where people can communicate as they are in whichever particular training course, right? Probably the one that you two are most active in is the e-commerce cash flow systems group. And you two are very strong leaders. I see it in the way you conduct yourself in the group, and then like I say, in your results. So let's start with a really quick backstory for both of you. I'm looking at what's showing up on my image. So Candida, you're at the top there. Can you share with folks when you came into the e-commerce business school, which training product you started with, and why did you come into the e-commerce business school?
I started with Shop Your Way to Wealth almost like everyone else. I was just selling a brick and mortar business, but I wasn't ready to go back to the real world and go back into the corporate life. And so I needed something that I was going to still be able to be home with my kids.
Awesome. And that was February? You two, I think, started almost the same time.
We did. We both started in February.
February. Okay. And Martha, how about you? When did you come? Well, February, we know that. Why and which program?
I started as well with Shop Your Way to Wealth, and I think I was only in that a couple months before I moved into the acceleration program, and then the master's program after that. But yeah, I did the same thing. I was working for someone else and had a little time that I could reflect on where I wanted to go with my life, and so I decided to try something different. And then I saw your ad on the Facebook thing, and I clicked on it, and the rest is history.
Have you been pleased with the history that's followed after joining the e-commerce business school?
Oh, exactly. Yes, I couldn't be more happy. It has taken my life in a whole new direction, so that's good.
Awesome. All right, so welcome everybody. I'm going to go to the next slide. I know you two ladies aren't able to see this, but so letting everybody know to just post any questions you have in the comment section below. I think I have Coach Kurt here in the wing who can help kind of man this, and I think Candida will check in afterwards with you folks as well. Tag us if you can. All you do is type in the @ symbol on your phone or your keyboard, and then start typing in the person's name, and when you see it blue, that's a hyperlink, and then you know that they're going to be kind of flagged down. All right, so that's how that works. So again, here we are today with Martha Fitzenmeyer and Candida Lillard, and as you can see, Candida is holding up a certification that she received, and there will be more certifications to follow that we want to deliver, especially in a face-to-face, for which there is someone that we know here who's also going to receive that certification. So I can't wait until we provide that for our Q4 superstar Martha Fitzenmeyer. And basically what this means, yeah, absolutely. It means really people know how to roll up their sleeves, they get to the results, and they're also at a caliber of leadership for which we're pleased to have them represent the E-commerce Business School brand. Both these very fine ladies more than amply represent the E-commerce Business School brand. I think many of you can attest to that. Maybe write in the comments section, have any of you ever interfaced with Martha and Candida on any of the group pages with something with a comment or a thread or a post? Just give us a yes if that's the case. If you've had some kind of interface with these two ladies, I've seen Martha post tips here and there that I take screenshots of because those are golden. Those are golden. All right, so I'm going to go to the next slide here, and then we're going to get into these tips that they're going to share with you. So here was Martha posting. This was April of this year. So 14 months out, and there it is circled in red, $306,158.60 in 14 months. All right, that compares to what a brick and mortar would do, right? Except a lot more. I mean, Martha, you had a brick and mortar for 18 years or so, right?
Yes, I did. Yep.
So this was just done by you, right? You didn't have this big team like you had back in the day, all those employees, correct?
No, it was just me. I made my husband take off some tags once in a while because I just didn't have enough time to get all those tags removed. But other than that, all the shipping, it was all me.
All you, which also, speaking of Q4, we have a screenshot, $74,070 in 1 month. That was your 10th month in the business. And the little snapshot there that I pulled out is, this has been the most exciting 30 days of my life. True or true?
Very true. It was incredible.
All right, we're going to find out just exactly. We got to pick your brains, ladies. And now I have a photo here. This is with Candida. We're calling you the queen of online shopping arbitrage. You now get a whopping 80% of your sales from online shopping. You're posting your pictures all the time. They come to your home. I've seen it, just huge boxes. And what you said on Saturday or whenever our last call was, or Sunday, we had a call, and they're almost all replenishables, which is a great way to have leverage in your business, right?
They are. I've been blessed to keep finding the products that will keep selling, and so I just have to, kind of keep track of my inventory and go back to those stores and reorder. And so, but 80% of my business is online now.
Beautiful. So what we're going to do, this is to commemorate and get us poised and ready. It's coming up, the most wonderful time of the year, isn't it? Q4. So I'm just going to let it rest on this slide here while we go through these mindset tips. And I just want to preface and say, we all have a cranium, we have a cerebrum, and we all have thought patterns that run through our head all the time. And for some folks, those thought patterns are not the best thought patterns to have as an entrepreneur. What we need are really good thought patterns and behaviors that work in tandem to create the kind of success that you two ladies have accomplished. Because clearly, your behavior, I believe, is a manifestation of you have a different way of thinking and processing and working through. Like, one question I'd like to know is, have either one of you ever hit a challenge in your business, or has it been just like perfect world the whole way through? I'm just a little curious about that.
Many challenges, many.
Many challenges, so what gives? All right, so I just wanted to get really clear on that, because for a fact, we know people have challenges, right? And sometimes it seems like people are looking, there's that challenge. That's why I'm gonna quit. I hit that challenge, I knew it. I just knew it, this is just gonna be a little bit too much trouble, and they bail out. Candida, have you run into challenges?
I think it's just a normal part of business. And so I have hit challenges, but that's kind of the magic of the e-commerce business school, is we have the groups, and Martha and I are both in the master's program, so we have our accountability groups, and so we're able to reach out for help, and we're not necessarily stuck for the long haul.
Beautiful. So what I'm hearing from you is you both have had challenges, but you also have learned how to get unstuck. You're both at the master's program level. We are going to share with you folks today about the e-commerce master's program. You both leveled up, so we'll get into more of that later. All right, I'm really wanting to know your tips, mindset tips. So let's get unleashed here. And folks, I think this is going to be really, really awesome and insightful, and I would listen to this multiple times. So you two can just kind of play tag team and share your different tips.
Well, every morning I start my day. And when I say every morning, this is when I'm on vacation, or even at events. So those of you that have been at events with me, you'll see me up very early. But every morning I get up and I go for a walk. My day starts with maybe at least a 5-minute walk. It's just silence. There's no phones, no watch, nothing. It's just I go for a walk. As soon as I get back from my walk, I do a quick minute of deep breathing. I do like 30 deep breaths. On the last one, I hold it, let it out, and then I go into a moment of gratitude. And I stand outside in the sunshine, if the sun's shining, and I stand there and I have that moment of gratitude with my hand over my heart where I really feel it. I'm not just going through the motions. And so that's how my day starts every day. And while I'm on that walk, I'm like, okay, today's going to be a great day. I'm going to have, $1,000 in sales, whatever it is. But I'm just kind of talking to myself. And I'm listening to the world around me. There's really no traffic. There's, none of that. And so I'm just taking in that moment. And that's how I start every day.
Interesting. So when you're walking, you're also feeding your mind.
Positivity.
Okay, so you paint your world beautiful, in other words, because you could paint it. I think we all have that option. We could paint it bleak. Let me get my coloring crayon and or my big old rolling brush, and I'm gonna color my world bleak. You guys all know what I mean. It's Eeyore with the cloud over his head that we read to children, Winnie the Pooh. And so some of us maybe need to look up and see, do we walk around with the cloud over us, painting our world bleak, but you're painting your world beautiful.
Right. Every morning, and it's just that little pep talk with myself. I'm not saying we don't all have bad days or bad moments, but we do. But it's that little pep talk. Or, if I've been inside all day at the computer, I'll go outside again and I'll do that little brisk walk, and I do my little Superman pose. So I'm glad none of you guys live by me. But I have my hands on my hips and I just stand there and I plant my feet firmly on the ground, and it's like, okay, I've got this. And I know my neighbors probably think I'm a weirdo, and that's okay, because I'm doing it for me. I'm just outside, with my feet down, hands on the hips, going, I've got this. It's that little mind break that we all need. And, it's right back to hustle mode. And so that's, what works for me.
That's
Even
awesome.
in winter, in the snow, people, I'm outside walking. So there's no excuses. Every morning.
I really like what you said. I got this. Because the world does challenge us. We got to accept that. The world does challenge us, but you're saying, I got this. There's this strength of conviction. I can handle this. How about you, Martha? What is a big tip you have for folks?
Well, I think I agree. I totally agree with Candida. I mean, you have to be grateful for what you have and realize you're here for a purpose. You want to succeed and you want to do whatever it takes to get there. And I think a lot of people stop short because of fear. I think fear will grab you and turn you in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you a little story, so bear with me. When I was young, I learned how to overcome fear a while ago. When I was young, I was a gymnast. And so my coach one day wanted us to do the back handspring on the beam. And I don't know how you all feel about it, but getting 4 feet in the air, standing on a 4-inch beam and having to flip backwards gets your heart pounding a little bit. So you get a little worried while you're up there. And I think she could feel that with us. So she took all these mats and piled them up all the way to the top of the beam and said, okay, now get up and try it. We all got up, and it was just like you on the floor. So we learned. So we went and did it. Boom, boom, boom. And then the first level of mats came off. She started again, do it again. We got up, boom, boom, boom. And you get the drift. Anyway, so we got down to the point where all the mats were gone. No hesitation. You get up and boom, boom, boom. It worked. So I think by her teaching us that of what you have to do to overcome that fear, that can follow you with everything you do in life. So overcoming the fear of, is this business going to work for me? You know, am I going to get there? Is this going to happen? You have to overcome that and put yourself in a different mindset to where this is going to happen for me. I'm going to make it work. I'm going to go through this. And this, you know, honestly, my husband had to remind me of this in the beginning when I first started, because like everybody, you know, the first 2 weeks I went out, nothing. I couldn't find anything. I went to all the stores. I scanned. Everything was restricted. You know, it was awful. I came home like a poor little lost dog going, I can't do it. You know, what am I going to do? And so he basically picked me up and put me on top of those mats and said, what are you talking about? You know, you got to work at this. This is not going to come easy. You have to practice. And you got to get, you know, figure out what you got to do. You're not a quitter, so get back up there and figure it out. And so it wasn't long after that, I was thinking, instead of thinking, oh, poor me, it was like, okay, watch me now, because here we go. And those mats were flying off from underneath me, and I was going 100 miles an hour with my hair on fire. And it didn't take long, but you have to, I mean, you have to put in the work, you have to put in the time, and you've got to change your mind into, yes, this is going to happen, I'm going to do this. So anyway, so I think if you can get out of that fear, you can get out of that fear thinking, then everything else just brightens up and you realize what you need to do.
Okay, a term that comes to mind is self-identify. You said it so clearly. Instead of thinking, oh, poor me, I have to put a little emphasis on that because I mean this really kindly, but a lot of people are in the oh, poor me mindset. I'm going to get really frank and raw here, because you manifest your thoughts anytime you conduct your behavior, you share some words, and I see it on the group a lot, and I get it. Martha and Candida, we get it, don't we? There are challenges. But then I hear Candida saying, I got this thing. Some warrior strength, whatever you want to call it. But if you remain in the oh poor me bucket, that's not going to improve. And you said you dealt with that, Martha. And it was kind of like, my husband does the same, by the way. He does some coaching. Are you done with the fiddle yet, Ann? The violin. Okay. You know, sometimes we need a little spank on the butt, call it that. Like, get rid of this stinking thinking. Coach Kurt's really good on the, you're done with that stinking thinking. You had used another phrase too, Martha. So what was it that when you shifted out of oh, poor me, what was it that, if you recall?
Okay, watch me now.
Okay, watch me now. You guys should be writing these terms down, because I will tell you, in my household, my husband knows, I do hoot and hollering. When I succeed at something, I'm very vocal and demonstrative. And the household's going to hear about it. And so I do a ton of self-coaching. And that's what I hear from the two of you, is you self-coach your way through it. You know, like put on your big girl panties is another little saying, and your big boy panties. But I just want to say overall, in general, folks, like attracts like. And when you are in the oh, poor me mentality, you know what happens? It's the water cooler effect, and you get bees to honey, and you can get a whole swarm of oh, poor me souls swimming in their boat together. Let's just get in our boat to the oh, poor me journey, and it's not fun. It is not fun to be in that boat for yourself. And if you get into a boat with a bunch of oh, poor me souls, you're gonna sink. You're gonna sink. Instead, I want you to be inspired by Candida and Martha. We probably have 75 comments by now. They are literally pouring in. Anything else that, we see, and you guys are so helpful, so many challenges come up. Talk through, what do you do right at that time, at that moment? Because you guys, you've hit them. They're restricted, Martha. You hit those. What do you tell your mind when this happens, and what can people take with that? Because today a bunch of people are going to have challenges. Yo, everybody, a bunch of you are going to have challenges. It's how you perceive your challenges. So any tips on that, ladies?
On restrictions, you want?
Actually, just when you hit a challenge like that, what's the mindset game that you do? How do you tackle that specifically?
Text Candida.
Martha, only you.
You got to figure out first off, what is biggest priority? What do you need to do to fix it or work through it? Most challenges can be overcome, so you just have to, and it helps to be able to reach out on our groups and put it out there and say, okay, I'm having trouble with this. Who has been through this, and how can you help me get through this? So being, with your other members really helps a lot as far as knowing how to proceed when you run into problems. Also, I get on Amazon and go through Seller University or whatever, and I learn through that too on certain things that I haven't learned before. Anyway, so basically.
So prioritization, which is beautiful. And I think sometimes too, it's to step back and go, okay, I'm mentally really challenged now and I'm getting ticked off. For me, I've learned to walk away until I get into a better mindset to tackle my problem. Because if I'm in the stinking thinking mode, it makes it very difficult to think in a logical way. So getting out of that really subjective emotional state is a step out of it. And we're emotional critters, right? So for me, it's like, I got to take a quick walk. I got to clear my mind and my emotions, and then I can get a straight head. So awesome tips there. How about you, Candida? Talk to that moment. You hit that challenge. You're going through your day. You've got little ones you're raising. What do you do right in that moment?
Honestly, I think you just acknowledge the fact that you've hit a challenge. Like, okay. But then I'm like, Martha, it's like, okay, this is here, but now I have to work through it. I don't want to sit here and whine and cry about it and get myself down, because that's not getting me anywhere. I'm an action taker. Martha's an action taker. So our very next step is, okay, what do we do to fix this? What's our next step? How do we get past this? Because we've got to keep moving. Yes. Our life doesn't stop for one challenge. That's just a blip in our day. And so we've got to keep going. And how much is that challenge that we've ran into really worth? What is it costing me? Is it something that, I need to spend, a lot of time on? Or is it something that's really more just a nuisance? Okay, that happened. Let me move on and keep scanning. And so it's really just assessing it and then taking action. Because, I don't know, I've seen in the Facebook group, people get caught up in the what ifs. And we can't do the what ifs. We've just got to take action and move. And whatever follows with that action, okay, well, we'll deal with those when they come. But I don't want to not take action because of what ifs. And so I'm just going to go with it. Martha's the same way. We talk daily. We're in masterminds together, and so we have each other. And so, but that's what we both do. We just take action, and, we'll deal with the rest as it comes, because that what if may never happen.
I so appreciate you bringing that up. And sometimes I think that's a way of throwing up barriers in advance unnecessarily that stymie your work and your forward momentum. Is, yeah, but what if this, and what if this, and what if that? No, I'm just all, in a dither needlessly. Deal with the dither later on, or ditch it all together. Keep the clear mindset. I'm the same way. I'm a massive action taker. Candida was with me the day before Trifecta. Wow. I had to get some material prepped. Chop, 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 chop. Okay, and that's done. And Martha, I know you're the same, because for one individual to pump out enough product to make $74,000 in sales, your hands must have been burning rubber with shipping. I mean, that tape.
My credit card was glued. My credit card was glued to my hand, and that's what it was. I'm kidding.
But you both know how to hit your day running, but you start it with the right mindset. This has been fantastic. Okay, tons and tons of questions, or comments, I should say. Okay, coming in, people very positive. Robin here, accountability groups are the best. We all need the encouragement as well as the just do it. That's true. I need encouragement. I reach out to Coach Kurt typically, and he'll give me encouragement. It's phenomenal. You two have each other. You found each other through the master's program. you provide mutual encouragement. And I'm going to say we all need encouragement. I haven't met a person yet who couldn't use a boost of encouragement. And we provide that through the group page. But I would just say, folks, as you've listened to this, really think through now with these tips. Listen to this recording multiple times, because these two ladies are hitting it the absolute right way. I am going to spend some minutes talking about our upcoming Q4 Crush It Online Summit, which Martha and Candida are both trainers for. So I'm going to just jump down to that really quickly, down to right here. Our first ever Q4 Crush It Online Summit, and that is coming up August 9th and 10th. It is a bonus within the E-commerce Masters program. So to be clear, it is for all the members who are in EMP. They get to join us in this online summit. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about this online summit, and then I'm going to go through some of the details of EMP, and this is going to be really fast, okay? So our goal here is to help you max out Q4 to catapult you into 2020. Martha, did 74 in sales, did some catapulting happen when you landed into 2019?
Exactly, yep.
Good deal. Good deal. So it's going to get crazy in Q4. I know for many of you it's like this term, Q4. That's the fourth quarter, October, November, and December, and it does get a little bit insane. Some of the Amazon warehouses have 1 million products per day getting shipped out. I'm proud to say that Martha here is in this stat that Amazon bragged on. 200,000 small and medium-sized businesses surpassed $100,000 in sales. She did that in 14 months with 306 and nearly hit that 100 with 74,000. Here is Chaitanya, reached 400,000. That was their second year in the program. And I'm sure I've interviewed them too. It's chop, chop, get it done. Here's Laura. She's reporting in during Q4 last year. She says, ta-da, this is a lot of fun. I know we have Debbie Blevins in the house. There she hit the 10K mark. Is it fair to say, ladies, you set your goal and then, oh, whoa, I doubled, I tripled, right? This can happen. So set your goal, and here it is with Martha, her 74,000. And that's a nice story about encouragement. You're in a coaching call with Brian or in a conversation with Brian Cummings, right?
Yes.
And
we
he's...
had a conversation, oh my gosh, what was it? Beginning of November. Yeah.
Beginning of November. And speaking of encouragement, so you told him what you were planning to do. He said, no. What happened there?
Yeah, I gave him a guesstimate of what I thought I could do that month, and he's like, well, no, you times that by 3 because it's going to go crazy for that month. And it does. I mean, it started about the second week of November for me, and it just day after day after day. I mean, it was just crazy. And he was exactly right.
Awesome. So we're going to help launch you with our fleet of highly successful e-commerce sellers and trainers. They have a combined experience of 29 Q4 selling seasons. Brian Cummings has been through 11 himself. Danita Zanre, it's 5 or 6. Josie, 7 or 8. Kathleen, 2 or 3. Kay, about, I think it's 5 now. And so combined of 29 plus Candida and Martha, we get to add into that number. That makes it 31. 31 Q4 selling seasons. Brand new, adding into our online summit is Candida and Martha, and they have a wealth of information up here. We talked about mindset, but the tips they have are through the roof. And so again, this is coming up August 9th and 10th, and here's what we're going to cover in 2 days of jam-packed Take It to the Bank Q4 training topics. Today alone was Take It to the Bank, because Martha, you made that shift out of oh poor me to okay, watch me now. I love that. All right, so here we're going to go through. Martha, this is you with Brian. Q4 selling season, how to double your annual profits in just 3 months of the year. Who better to have in this training if you want to speak into this one?
Oh yeah, basically it'll be all that I learned from my first Q4. I'll tell you all what happened and what I will not do again and what I did to make it better for this next year, and just tips like that.
Wow, that is going to be absolute fantastic information. So thank you, Martha. That'll be with Brian there. Then number 2 is product evaluation for existing Amazon products. You're going to find the hottest products that are almost guaranteed to fly off the shelves. Brian created this training with Dr. Josie Shepard. It's the 5-step formula on how to evaluate products for the Amazon marketplace. Number 3 is with Candida and Dr. Josie Shepard, wholesale and replenishable product sourcing, finding hidden gem suppliers and products to replenish your stock quickly at a great price. Can you explain what replenishable means, Candida, and why it's such a beautiful word?
It's such a beautiful word because it's an item that someone will buy over and over and over again. It's not something that they're just going to use one time, and it's not just that one-time thing. They use it all the time, and so they keep coming back.
So it's a beautiful word, and it's beautiful sales and profits for your business.
It's a nice ka-ching with each sale.
That's right. So when you see Candida's recent pictures, I know I asked her about one. She said, Ann, that was pretty much all replenishables. So that's a beautiful world when you have replenishables in your e-commerce business. Number 4 is holiday decoration products, getting festive with high margin seasonal items. This is an expertise with Danita Zanre, our awesome Shop Your Way to Wealth master trainer. Number 5 is product bundles, the secret to virtually eliminating competition, and even on some of the most popular products on Amazon. That is with Kay Curtis. She's one of our certified trainers and coaches. Number 6 is product evaluation for new Amazon products. We find this when you're scanning. There's a lot of products that are not yet on Amazon. So beat your competition to the front of the line by listing products never before seen on Amazon, but ensuring that they're going to be products that sell. We don't like guesswork here. That's not what we're about. So Brian will be training on that. Dr. Josie, she's a big heroine here. She has 3 automated businesses, started at age 70. And by age 75, she's arrived. I mean, 20 minutes a day? Does that sound kind of sweet? That's all she spends on her 3 businesses. So on a daily basis, that is. So creating Amazon product pages, be first to market, and get ready to dominate. We're on to number 8, copywriting, how to make your Amazon product listing stand out from the crowd, get noticed, and get bought. So that's Kathleen Cleary, copywriting staff writer here at the e-commerce business school. And then we have Brian Cummings again, Amazon promotions. I love this one. How to stand out from a crowd of sellers by instantly drawing customers' eyes to your listings because they see coupon. Candida, do your eyes kind of go, whoa, do they stop when you see the word coupon?
Absolutely. It's my favorite word to see.
That's what drew you into e-commerce business school, is you're an avid couponer, and that's why you get nice juicy profits. Okay, number 10 is Amazon sponsored product ads, turning $1 into $3 with Amazon's most underrated tool. And number 11, whew, this is a lot. And we're not doing this face to face. It's actually our very first online summit ever. So the Amazon Q4 necessities, how not to leave money on the table, avoiding the biggest Q4 mistakes for maximum sales and maximum profits, from Danita. And this is the last one. Whew, I think they need this one, Martha. It's a prepper's guide to Q4 selling success. Handle high volume sales with ease, right? Become a machine in pushing those products. Ladies and gentlemen, we call it feeding the beast, and you cannot feed it. Did you feel that way, Martha? Like you just kept feeding the beast, right?
Yep. It never stopped.
You never stopped. You're like, I just got to keep pouring it in, pouring it in. All right, so I realize, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very, very fast summary. I'm just going to stick with you 5 more minutes here. So the Q4 Crush It Online Summit, yay, for those of you who are already EMP members, you 2 ladies upgraded into the master's program pretty early into your journey here at the e-commerce business school. So that is complimentary. It's a bonus. And that is just something added value that we're providing you. Now, for those of you who are learning of this information for the very first time, just know that we have several mentorship levels here at the e-commerce business school. The premium, the one where people, they're like, I am re-careering. I am all in. I've seen enough from e-commerce to know this is my new career path. Did you ladies feel that way after a certain length of time? You're like, I finally found it. This is the place. Did a thought like that go through your minds?
I think it went in mine pretty early. Like, okay, let's do this.
Yep. After those first 2 weeks and changing how I was going to go about it, then it was like, okay, I'm all in. I can figure this out. Yeah.
All in. Didn't take long. Okay. So what I'm going to do for everyone, this is a very, very shortened, like I could spend a whole hour talking about the master's program. It is a premium mentorship and training platform. So I'm going to dive into that and go through this rather quickly. So this is an invitation for you to join me in my professional mentorship network of 6-figure and 7-figure income e-commerce profit sellers, and that is through the e-commerce master's program. Now, as you see this information, you will likely, as Candida just reported to me this morning, got into a call or text, I don't know how this materialized, but lots of other questions that followed. That may very well happen in our conversation here today. So Coach Kurt, I think, is watching. He'll post in this link where you can get into a phone consult and go, this looks amazing. I mean, I just love Martha and Candida. They're phenomenal. Their training is incredible. I want to learn more. I want to level up. I'm all in. What's this about? So I'm going to go through this very cursory, but you can feel free to access a consult, okay? So we are a full-on 24/7 live support, training, and mentorship community that provides a personalized roadmap, weekly progress reviews from myself, and a personal peer mastermind and accountability group, which Martha and Candida are both in one of those, and you may see other EMP members talking about how much they love their mastermind group, okay? And so you took your business to here now as a result of Candida runs the master group, and it's just so awesome to see people fly as a result of that. So that's a piece of EMP, is having that mastermind group. So our masterpiece of EMP is the e-commerce roadmap to 6-figure income and beyond. It's a 33-page business manual. We want to craft a business that suits your lifestyle. We do not believe in pushing a square peg into a round hole. I just don't believe in it. I believe in that with schooling, with education for children. Why would I not have that same philosophy with the students here we have at the e-commerce business school? And the good news is we can customize that for you, because you're going to receive the entire back office training system, every single training course we have. It's a huge stack, and we just select the ones that are going to be most relevant to you for your journey at the right time. And no way do we expect you to go through that entire training system. I want to say it's almost impossible. It's so much, and it's not needed. What is needed is to craft out your specific roadmap with experts who can help fashion that for you. Number 2 is our small group coaching. We have that every day of the week, Monday through Friday. Number 3 is our business development and accountability. And number 4, it is optional. It's our leadership development track. Both these fine ladies are in this track, and that's trainers, leaders, and coaches. And that's because we groom up talent from within. Just read the book, The Talent Code. I think, Candida, you've got that book by Daniel Coyle, The Talent Code. And I couldn't do business without the ability to raise up leaders, because I love developing leaders. That's the funnest part of the business for me. It makes me very, very happy to see that happen. Real quickly, this is the complete e-commerce training course stack. We may be missing a small little handful, but we got all the 3 arbitrage courses. We have the 5-step product evaluation formula. That's a must-have if you want to put new products into the Amazon store. Please, 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 you got to access that training. Created by Brian and Josie. The Amazon Wholesale Sourcing Workshop is an absolutely fantastic training. We trained at ASD Market Week. They have an audience of 45,000 people who come through their doors. We were the premier training company of choice and trained at ASD Market Week. Amazon List and Launch Mastermind is all about getting your products launched and getting eyeballs to see your product offerings so they can buy from you. Build My E-commerce Store is about Shopify. Print on Demand Profit System is fantastic. Candida in the house with her Sleuth Shop Print on Demand store with about 10,000 different products and designs in there. Sourcing China Home Study System for those who want to source from China. My son is a sourcing agent who lives in China, and he's on our staff. The Virtual Assistant Bootcamp, that's Dr. Josie. Taste of China Workshop, and brand new is our Amazon Print on Demand Launchpad, and new courses added every year. There's yet another new one coming up, folks, but I ain't saying anything more. We're always making things better here. Also, you're going to have access to our professional development. You have access to experts every day. It's a separate group, okay? Separate group for those who are really leveling up. Check and adjust small group coaching calls 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. The peer mastermind and accountability group. I should almost have this at the top. Yes, you have your experts, but you have your peers, and it's kind of how you network and you link arms, right, ladies? You have linked arms together. Martha's saying, first thing I do, you text your buddy, okay? By the way, I'm going to add in just a little note here, just so everybody knows. We do not allow people to private message our coaches and trainers. They have a life. This is a professional training platform. Yes, we conduct so much on Facebook, and it makes everyone so reachable. But please do not private message people, our trainers and coaches. We have a professional platform for people to access our coaches. I just want to add that in. The weekly business progress reviews, I do those every week. It's a video review with an accountability report that you submit. And there you have an opportunity for professional certification and develop a new career path if you like. Brand new. We didn't have this last year, ladies. This is literally brand new. We just, here's what I'm going to say. You cannot say you couldn't get the help you needed. We just had a conversation with the staff earlier. It means you're not accessing the help. So we have added in the super guide, and that is every week you turn in your weekly accountability sheet. You send a copy to your super guide who's there to help and guide you. 15 minutes every day. 15 minutes every day to just keep you on track and guide you to the resources that you need. My goodness sakes, so all that is a part of it too. Tim and Maya have come through the ranks here. They started with Shop Your Way to Wealth. They're now both certified trainers here. They participate in the daily check and adjust calls. They submit their accountability reports. They participate every week in their peer mastermind and accountability group. Huge relationships happen. Even business partnerships happen there. And then you send in your weekly accountability review, and I do a thorough overview of that. Opportunity for certification. This is Tim and Maya at one of our events. Trainers, leaders, and coaches, that's optional. And the business leadership mentorship. Here's the deal. See if this is true, ladies. So goes the CEO. So goes the business. True or true?
True. True.
And if you don't got it there with the CEO mindset, the business is a reflection of your CEO mindset. That's why I have this monthly training, business leadership mentorship. So we are going to be in Estes Park coming up just a month from now, and that is for our Ultimate Business Lifestyle Retreat. And this particular retreat, it's the only event we have that's called a retreat because it is a retreat. And sometimes we do have to retreat from the everyday task of your business and step away. And this is a retreat that it's about you. It's not going to be about the Amazon listing and how do you get in the buy box. It's going to be working on you 100%. Again, so goes the CEO, so goes the business. We've got the e-commerce mastery summit coming up. That's in November. That will be phenomenal, available to our EMP members. There's a huge stack of bonuses. I don't have time to go through them. What I can say is that bonus number 5 is our first ever 2-day Q4 Crush It Online Summit. It's August 9th and 10th. So I'm going to sum it up everything for you that you receive. 6 months of the program. It's a $25,000 value. I will get to the price point here in just, it's in 2 slides, so stick with me. And then it is a monthly after 6 months. And the reason is, imagine, we have 20 group coaching calls a month, $97 to help cover some of those costs. And then the e-commerce training course stack, $50,000 value. The live events plus invite to e-commerce mastery summit and ultimate business lifestyle retreat, $10,000 value, and that huge stack of bonuses, which includes the Q4 Crush It Online Summit. So here's what's required. Anyone who is stuck with me at this point, if you're still here and you're leaning and looking at your screen and you're wondering, you're watching these 2 very fine ladies and wondering, maybe this is what I need to do, is to level up like Candida and Martha. Because here's an interesting stat. It comes from sociologists. You want to see what your future looks like? Look at the 5 people you hang around the closest with. That's your future. That's your future. That's why here with even our mastermind groups, they actually physically meet once a year, twice a year. That's your future. As Martha used that term, the oh poor me. Okay, I get that tripped up too. I slip into that and then I get a little spanked, so I get that. But if you're in a consistent oh poor me attitude, and then bees to honey on that attitude, there's your future. Think really carefully about who you hang around with. So 997 application into the e-commerce master's program. It does include a one-on-one consultation with a personalized roadmap to six-figure e-commerce income and beyond. And that would be joinebs.com/EMP. Okay, so the price of this entire huge mentorship program, which I'm going to say we rival what a college can deliver, and then some. And then some. So it's $9,997. All you need is a 997 application payment to meet with an EBS business advisor to go over your business objectives to ensure this is the right course for you. And I have to state this plainly, not everybody is suited for the program, and we actually do turn people away. And that is out of, respect as mutual, we're coming together to partner with you to take your business to the next level. And I'm going to say it, it does have to do with mindset. And so pretty much that is a really strong qualifier, because we're going to pour our heart and soul into you. And so it has to be someone who's like, okay, watch me now. And what was it that you said? And okay, what was yours, Candida? You say, I was writing notes. I've got this. Thank you. Okay, I've got this. And you may not be totally there with that attitude, but you want to be there. That's the difference. If you want to be there, you're willing to adapt and shift in your mindset, we can work with you. So 997 is credited towards your enrollment upon acceptance. There is financing that is available. And when you are in your consultation, they'll discuss that with you. So we'd love for you to consider and join us in our e-commerce master's program, Professional Business Community. This is for the professionals. And like I said earlier, if you have a question, you can set up an appointment with one of our advisors. It's joinebs.com/consult. So fall is going to be busy. You're going to be burning rubber with your Q4 efforts. There is August 9th and 10th is the Q4 Crush It Online Summit. The green is the Ultimate Business Lifestyle Retreat, where you take a little retreat, you meet with your peers, and bam, you can hit the ground running in September. In November, we've got quite a number of folks who are building a bigger business. We're going to talk quite a bit about wholesale at the Mastery Summit, etc., and they're moving beyond arbitrage. That's a really beautiful fit for folks. So we hope to see you on the inside at our virtual Q4 Crush It Online Summit, and in Colorado in 1 month from now, and again the e-commerce Mastery Summit this fall. Ladies, thank you so much. I know you're very busy. You are chop chop, get it done kind of folks. You didn't arrive without, to the success that you've accomplished without, just call it rolling up the sleeves and getting it done, and also knowing how to overcome those hurdles and challenges. So any last parting thoughts, I guess maybe as encouragement, if anyone, which I think you have amply provided, but a last tip of encouragement to our folks?
If we're talking about Q4, my biggest thing would be prepare. Prepare yourself. Just get ready. Do all the things you know to do, and don't worry about the things you don't know to do, because you'll figure it out really fast. But just get prepared.
Perfect. I think prepare would be definitely one aspect of that, is attending the Q4 Crush It Online Summit. That is a huge preparation piece. But I think you're saying it's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Yep.
Alrighty, perfect.
The more you know, the better you can hit it.
The more you know, the better you can hit it. Perfect. So many great quotes. How about you, Candida?
No, if you are already a part of the master's program, take advantage of all the courses you do have access to. Martha and I have been preparing because we have access to that wholesale training. And so let me just give a little. Martha's ungated at a lot of things. I'm still gated at a lot of things, okay? So, I get the frustration. However, I've taken advantage of the training that's offered to me because I'm in the master's program. Part of that is the wholesale training. I made a list of all the brands that I know I want to sell for Q4. And I've started, going through the wholesale process and getting those invoices that I need. Because guess what? I get to sell all the items on my list now because Q4 is huge. Toys are huge. The replenishables are huge. So I made a list, and we still have time. You still have time. So if you're not there yet, take advantage. Go through the training. Start making those relationships. But gear up because it's coming.
Gear up because it's coming. And I have Brian and Josie to thank for that. Wholesale training is absolutely fantastic. They have so many cheat sheets and they make it so easy. You're leveraging off the systems and processes that they have created that has been very hard earned through Brian and Josie. And I remember preparing to offer that to members, and I'm reading it off. I'm going, this is insane what they have provided. That course alone is easily worth $2,000 for. It helped Tim Coyle. He's got over 100 wholesale relationships, and he too, as a member of E-commerce Masters Program, you just dive deep, and there it is for you. It's all there. All right, thanks again, everyone, for being here. God bless. It was great to have time together with Candida and Martha. I so appreciate you two. You guys are so awesome. I love you.
Thank you.
All right. You too. Bye, everyone. Thank you.